Is your tree not bearing fruit? Then you need to know these 6 ancient techniques that'll make your tree wake up once and for all and fill with fruit in a way you've never seen before. And the best part is that you can do them at home with things you probably already have. So if you want to achieve this, stay tuned because we're starting right now. And we're going straight to the first method. And this is probably one of the simplest in the whole video because the only thing we're gonna need is a piece of wire. It can be a plain, ordinary wire like this one. And doing it is very simple. The only thing we're gonna do is wrap it around the branch several times, leaving approximately 1 centimeter or half an inch of space between each turn. Like this. If the branch is thicker, we simply use more wire and adjust the process according to the size of the branch. For small branches, something like this is more than enough. Once we have it in place, as the branch grows and thickens, we will see how this little wire starts to exert some pressure. And that is exactly what we are interested in. And what happens when this occurs? Well, it's very simple. The tree interprets that slight pressure as a warning signal and automatically activates a survival response. And what is the fastest way a tree has to ensure its survival? Well, what it's going to try to do is reproduce. And that is precisely why this simple method can greatly improve flowering and, subsequently, the amount of fruit. This specific method usually works very well on citrus and many other fruit trees, although it can perfectly well be applied to any type of tree. But especially in citrus, I have seen some truly impressive results. Remember, we are not looking to strangle the branch, just to give the tree a little wake-up call. But now, the method that's coming up is even more curious than this one, so pay attention to how we do it. This is probably one of the best known and most effective ones in the whole video. It's called girdling, but be careful because you have to do it right here. This method is always done on the branches, never directly on the trunk. It can be done on a single branch or on several, depending on the size of the tree. Doing it is very simple. All we're gonna do is make 2 small circular cuts around the entire branch. These cuts need to be separated by approximately 4 to 5 millimeters. That is about 1/4 of an inch. Once the 2 cuts are made, we simply remove the bark that remains between them. And here comes the most important part of all. We cannot go too deep, we cannot scrape the cambium, and we also cannot get into the wood. We only remove the bark. And what happens when we do this? Well, it's very simple. We partially interrupt the flow of processed sap, and consequently, the sugars and energy accumulate in the upper part of the branch. And that accumulation causes exactly the reaction we are looking for. The tree tries to reproduce, it blooms more, and subsequently produces a greater quantity of fruit. And in fact, we applied this technique approximately 2 months ago. And look at this absolute madness. Look at how much fruit it has, just so you can see that these techniques really work. But we still have some very curious methods left, and some of them are even simpler to do. And now let's move on to the third method, and this is probably one of the most curious ones in the whole video, because in this case, we aren't going to make any cuts, nor are we going to use wire. All we're gonna do is slightly force a branch open, and to do it is very simple. We just grab a part of the branch, and we're gonna slowly arch it downwards until we feel a little tension, like this. As you can see in the video, we can use a string and some screws placed on the edge of the pot to maintain that constant tension. And if we are working directly in the ground, we do exactly the same thing, but we help ourselves with a stake or an iron rod driven into the soil. The important thing here is to keep that slight tension for a while. And what happens when we do this? Well, exactly the same thing as in the previous methods. The tree interprets that something's happening and responds by trying to reproduce. That is why this method greatly improves flowering and, subsequently, the amount of fruit. In fact, this method tends to work especially well on very vigorous trees, those that grow a lot every year but barely produce. And remember, this isn't meant to leave the branches arched forever. Once the tree starts to react and produce, we remove the ropes and that's it. But now, let's go with an even simpler method that many people do without even knowing why it works. This method is probably one of the most curious and effective of all, because all we are going to do is make a small window in the branch. We are going to need a very sharp knife, and we are going to make a small cut of approximately 2 centimeters, that is about an inch. There's no need to go too deep or destroy the branch either. What we are looking for is to cause a small, controlled wound. If the branch is thicker, we simply make a slightly larger window so that the effect is proportional to the size of the branch. Once the cut is made, we will have removed the bark and part of the cambium. And something very important, this is not done on the entire tree. We can do it only on some branches, or at most on approximately 50% of the tree. And what happens when we make this little window? Well, it's very simple. The tree detects that it has suffered a small, localized injury and automatically sets its response mechanisms in motion. In other words, the tree understands that something is happening and begins to mobilize energy and resources to ensure its continuity. And what is one of the ways it has to do that? By trying to reproduce, flowering, and increasing fruit production. Now, once the window is made, we can apply a little aloe vera to the wound. Although this isn't mandatory, it is highly recommended because it helps keep the area protected and hydrated, and it significantly reduces the risk of infection. But if you found that interesting, just wait, because the next method is even more surprising, and when combined with the previous ones, the results can be truly impressive. And now, let's move on to the next method. And this is probably one of the most curious ones in the whole video, because in this case, we're going to use something as simple as a screw or a nail. Although it might seem strange, I assure you it's one of the most effective methods when a tree is completely stalled and doesn't want to produce. The first thing we're going to do is disinfect the screw or the nail. We can do this with alcohol or simply by making sure it's completely clean. Once we have it ready, we choose an area on the main trunk. This is important. We shouldn't do it on thin branches because we could damage them without achieving the effect we're looking for. Now we simply insert the screw a few centimeters, approximately between 2 and 3 centimeters, that is, around an inch. There's no need to go all the way through the tree or cause excessive damage. And what happens when we do this? Well, it's very simple. The tree detects that small injury, activates, and starts to react. And what is one of the fastest ways it has to do that? By trying to reproduce, that is, by flowering and bearing fruit. And that is precisely why this method can greatly increase the probability of flowering and production. But now, let's move on to the last technique, because it's no use waking up a tree if we don't then give it exactly what it needs to produce. And this is where the potassium application comes in. This will be responsible for making everything we've done so far turn into real fruit. For a potted tree, we're going to need a liter of water, that is approximately 1/4 gallon. Then we add a tablespoon of wood ash, a tablespoon of cinnamon powder, and finally a tablespoon of cane molasses. Once we have everything inside, we simply mix it well until it's completely integrated and water with this preparation. You can apply this approximately once a month. And if the tree is planted directly in the ground, we simply multiply the amounts by 4. And this is where everything starts to pay off. After waking up the tree with the 5 previous techniques, this addition will give it the potassium and nutrients needed to hold the fruit and really produce. Because often the problem isn't that the tree doesn't bloom, but that it can't hold that bloom afterward and the fruit ends up falling off. And this addition is precisely what can make the difference between a few fruits and a tree completely loaded with them. Now, I would love for you to leave me a comment letting me know where you're watching from, and above all, which fruit tree you're having trouble with, because I read absolutely all of you. And of course, if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves fruit trees as much as you do. Best regards, and I'll see you in the next video.